Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter, The Bond Effect. How to become irresistible to high net worth clients without ever chasing them. There's a man who never asks for permission. He never explains his value, and he never, ever follows up. Yet somehow the room turns towards him the moment he walks in. He orders what he wants, drives what he wants, takes the mission, and gets the deal. James Bond. Now, you're not MI6. You don't need to carry a Walther PPK. But if you're in the business of selling to the wealthy, you better study how Bond works. Because underneath the tuxedos, cars, and chase scenes is a blueprint for how to become the most trusted and desirable option in any room. And that's what I hope you do at getwealthyclients.com. That's where you'll find best-selling books and high-status marketing strategies built to help you attract, close, and work with high-net-worth individuals without ever chasing low-fee, high-maintenance clients again. That's getwealthyclients.com. Let's talk about how you build your own Bond effect. First, mystery over transparency. Here's the first thing people get wrong when marketing to the affluent. They overshare. They think more detail equals more credibility. But the Bond persona teaches us something different. Mystery amplifies magnetism. Bond doesn't talk about himself. He lets his results and reputation do the talking. When clients ask questions, he answers, but only what's required. That's not evasive. That's elite calibration. Affluent clients don't want you to flood them with case studies. They want to feel like working with you is a rare privilege, not a sales funnel. Let me introduce you to Sabrina Tells, a high-end family office concierge based in Geneva. She never lists services, never sends proposals. Her emails are at most 3 sentences long. But she's the first call when someone's planning a discreet relocation, needs a school placement in Monaco, or wants to move $12 million in hard assets across borders. Why? Because she operates like Bond. Tight. Precise, unavailable to the masses. Secondly, controlled confidence is the real aphrodisiac. Bond doesn't shout, he doesn't posture, but everything he says or doesn't say is calculated confidence. He orders the martini without hesitation. He walks into danger like he's in control of the narrative. He never asks for reassurances. Affluent clients look for that same quality in service providers. If your energy says, "Please like me," you'll never get the client who's wired to follow authority. Your tone, your timing, your presence, all of it must say, "This is handled." Take Dominic Reyes, a private aviation consultant I know in Florida. His first meeting with new clients always starts the same way. There are a dozen ways to overpay in this space. My job is to make sure you never do. No ego, no apology, just command. He gets hired not because he sells, but because his demeanor removes doubt. That's Bond. That's why clients say yes. Third, scarcity isn't a gimmick. It's a positioning system. How many James Bonds are there? Just one. Not a dozen agents vying for approval, not someone available for a quick chat next week. He's called in when it matters. That's how your brand should work too. You're not the friendly local provider. You're the one who's known for handling the situations that can't be trusted to amateurs. Don't make yourself constantly available. Don't send long-winded follow-ups. Let your presence carry weight. There's a guy named Eli Sandhurst, a geopolitical strategist for luxury real estate developers. He's only reachable through referral. When he's on retainer, clients get a secure signal line and a private dashboard. He's not pitching, he's protecting. Clients don't just pay for his insights, they pay for the aura of access. That's bond strategy. Scarcity as status. Let's shift gears. Bond doesn't live online. No social feeds, no self-promotion, but somehow everyone knows who he is. Why? Because he's talked about in the right rooms, and that's lesson 4. Reputation is a currency you build quietly. Too many professionals try to go viral, but the clients you want, they're not scrolling Instagram for advisor. They're in private WhatsApp groups. They're in the back rooms at yacht clubs. They trade recommendations, not content. Bond doesn't need to introduce himself. His work has already arrived before he does. Want that? Focus less on exposure, more on whispers. Let your best clients become your signal. Let your presence feel earned, and let your service exceed expectation without ever breaking illusion. And if you want to learn how to make that transition from operator to asset, from option to icon, go to getwealthyclients.com. It's all there. Books, trainings, tools to help you become the bond in your industry. Quiet, deadly, always the right choice. That's getwealthyclients.com. Final thought. You don't need to wear a tux. You don't need to order martinis. You don't even need to be British. You just need to carry yourself in a way that says you're not hiring a service. You're assessing a standard. That's what Bond says. And that's what the 1% will pay you for if you learn to embody it. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.